Number 5. Fingering Prince. Animaniacs. One of those shows that do what every good cartoon does. Provide some slapstick for the kids and provide something a little juicier for the hungover grown-ups that will be forced to watch it. Slapstick, satire, and anal fingering. Whoa, wait, what? In one suspiciously arousing episode of the Animaniacs, a clear joke is made about sending a digit-based expedition up the rear end of noted singer-slash-songwriter-slash-mouse sex object, Prince. Though, even if he wasn't thrown out the window, said expedition into his nether region might prove difficult, because as anyone who's ever tried to listen to Raspberry Beret on YouTube will tell you, that guy's always puckered up. Number 4. Insane in the Membrane. One episode of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles went much too far when they decided to air an episode that can only be described as a nightmare. Many bizarre things happened, most of them being much too graphic to be on a show like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. In one part, a character's finger falls off. The episode was not aired, but was later put on DVD releases. Number 3. Toy Story 3. You've Got a Friend in Genocide. There's a whole lot about the Toy Story franchise to give you nightmares at night, be it the fact you're grown up weeping at a sad moment in a kid's film, Woody and Buzz's obvious sexual tension, or the songs of Randy Newman. But one thing in particular about Toy Story 3 that really strikes home is the parallels that can be drawn alongside the story of mass genocide in World War II. And when you look at the details, they really are rather similar in their story construct and timeline. Now, that doesn't mean Andy goes berserk and marches on Stalingrad or anything. It is somewhat more subtle than that, but it is still there. Those poor toys, having to deal with oppression, victimization, and Randy Newman. It's enough to make you weep, over and over again. Number 2. Hey Alcoholic. If you've watched Nickelodeon for more than a millisecond, chances are you've seen Hey Arnold. And despite being an outwardly inoffensive sort of show in a dull sort of way, when you scrape away a few layers and look at it a little deeper, you actually see a whole load more to it, and it's really depressing. If you watched Hey Arnold as a kid, you probably noticed that Helga's mom, Miriam, is always seeming drowsy and a little bit clumsy. The reason for this is her drinking problem. It's been noted quite a few times in the show, but never actually shows her drinking. Only smoothies and things like that, some mixed drinks here and there. She always is sleeping off a hard night of drinking or asking where she is when she wakes up. It's pretty saddening when you see what's actually going on. Number 1. Divorce and Toy Story. We've already established that Toy Story 3 has some suspected ties to the story of a people's struggle against oppression and homicidal victimization, aka World War II. But even in the first Toy Story, they were pulling out our darkest demons and subjecting them to a Tim Allen voiceover. Andy doesn't have a dad. I mean, obviously he had one, but he's not around right now. Have you ever seen any references to him? No, you haven't, because there isn't any. You only see his mother, his sister, and him. Any references to Andy's dad have been somewhat noticeably removed from the house. The reason for this, we'll never know. Maybe he died, maybe he left, but at the end of the day, he isn't there.